Good morning, students. My name is Kanchan Bala, and today we are going to continue our chapter tenses. Our today's topic is perfect tenses, present, past, and future. What are perfect tenses? Perfect tenses shows actions already completed or completely done in the past. These tenses are also called simple perfect tenses. Students, another name of perfect tenses is simple perfect tenses. Perfect tense is used to show an action that is complete and finished in the past time. Okay? Students, how do you identify the perfect tenses? It is very easy to identify the perfect tenses because in each perfect tense, the verb phrase consists of has, have, or had as helping verb and also have third form of verb. For example, has finished, had forgotten, have done. There are three types of perfect tenses: present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense. Let's talk about present perfect tense. We use the present perfect tense to talk about an action that was completed at an unspecified or indefinite time in the past. So, students, when the exact time of an action is not known, or to describe a past event when we think about its effect on the present, it means we are talking about present perfect tense. We also use it to talk about an action which has just ended. Okay, students? The formation has, have plus past participle form of verb. Let's see an example. I have seen this movie earlier. Here we have helping verb have and third form of verb seen. Students, there are three types of sentences in present perfect tense. First, positive sentence. Second, negative sentence. And third one is interrogative sentences or question sentences. Okay? Students, as you all know, we use has or have as helping verb in present perfect tense. Students, with third person singular or proper noun singular, we use has. And with first person and second person singular and plural, and with third person plural, we always use have. Okay? The formation or formula of present perfect tense is subject plus to be plus verb third plus object. Students, here we use to be form has or have. To be form is also known as helping verb because it helps the verb. So we use here helping verb has or have. Let's see some examples. I have gone to school. Here we use helping verb have plus third form of verb gone. Next, you have gone to school. We have gone to school. They have gone to school. Here we use helping verb have because with second person and with first person and with third person plural we always use helping verb have with third form of verb, that is gone here. Next we have he has gone to school, she has gone to school, Sam has gone to school. Here we have he, she, Sam as subject. Subject with third person singular we use has. So here we use has with third form of verb. That's why the answer is he has gone to school, she has gone to school, Sam has gone to school. Students, Let me show you some more examples to clear the concept. Let's see the formation. When we have subject I, you, we, they, then we have to use helping verb have. And with he, she, it or proper noun singular, then we use has. See the examples. I have played football. Here we have subject I, that is first person, so we use have. Next, you have played football. You is second person, and with second person singular and plural we use have. Have plus third form of verb, that is played here. Next, we have played football. Here we have first person we, that is plural of first person, and with first person singular and plural we use have. So the answer is we have played football. Next, they have played football. Here we have plural of third person they, and with the third person plural we have to use have plus third form of verb. That's why the answer is they have played football. Next, he has played football. She has played football. Sam has played football. In all these sentences, we have third person singular as subject, and with third person singular, we always use has. That's why the answer is he has played football, she has played football, and Sam has played football. Next, negative sentences. In negative sentences, we have to write subject plus to be plus note plus third form of verb plus object. Examples. With subject I, you, we, they, we use have, and after helping verb have, we use not. Then third form of verb plus subject. Next, he, she, it, Sam. We use has with he, she, it and proper noun, and after helping verb we mention not. Then third form of verb plus object. It's very easy to make negative sentences in present perfect tense. Just add not after helping verb. We have to write the same formula and just add not after the helping verb. So we have to write subject plus to be plus not plus third form of verb plus object. Let me show you some more examples. Here we have some positive sentences, and then I will show you how to convert these positive sentences into negative sentences. First sentence, I have played football. It is a positive sentence. I have played football, and when we are going to convert this sentence into negative, we add not after helping verb. And here we have helping verb have, and after have we have to mention not. So the answer is I have not played football. Next example, you have played football. Here we use not after helping verb have. So the answer is you have not played football. Next, we have played football. We have not played football. Next, they have played football. They have not played football. He has played football. He has not played football. She has played football. She has not played football. Sam has played football. Sam has not played football. Students, as you all know, we mention not after the helping verb has or have. Next, present perfect tense interrogative. It is also known as present perfect tense questions. To form present perfect tense interrogative, we just change the position of subject and to be. We put to be in place of subject and subject in the place of to be. Look at some examples. Positive sentence, I have played football. Here sentence starts with subject I and then we use helping verb. And in interrogative sentence, have I played football? Then question mark. Here a sentence starts with helping verb have and then we use subject I. Both these sentences tells us that we just change the position of subject and to be to convert a positive sentence into interrogative sentence. And we also have to mention question mark at the end of interrogative sentence. Next example, you have played football. Have you played football? Then question mark. We have played football. Have we played football? Then question mark. They have played football. Have they played football? Then question mark. Next examples. He has played football. Has he played football? Question mark. She has played football. Has she played football? Then question mark. Sam has played football. Has Sam played football? Question mark. In all these sentences, we follow the rule to be plus subject plus third form of verb plus object. In these sentences, we use has or have as to be and subject as I, you, we, they, he, she or proper noun singular. And we use third form of verb played. Base form is play and we use third form of verb played. Then object and then question mark. Next type of perfect tense is past perfect tense. We use past perfect tense to talk about an action that took place in the past before a specific point of time or another past action. It means the past perfect tense is used for an action that had been finished before another action in the past. It describes an action completed before a certain moment in the past. Structure: had plus past participle form of verb. Past participle form of verb is also known as third form of verb. Example: I had seen this movie before it was released in India. Here we use past participle form of verb seen. That is also known as third form of verb. First form is see and third form is seen. And we also use here helping verb had. We use helping verb had with all types of subject in past perfect tense. Same like present perfect tense, past perfect tense also have three types of sentences: positive sentences, negative sentences, and interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences also known as question sentences and positive sentences also known as affirmative sentences. Go to the formula of past perfect tense. First of all, we have to write subject, then to be, then third form of verb, then object. We use helping verb had with all types of subjects and then past participle form of verb, then object, if any. Here we have an example. You had gone to school, and if we have subject they, then we have to write they had gone to school. We had gone to school. If we have singular subjects, then we use had again. I had gone to school. He had gone to school. She had gone to school. Sam had gone to school. We use here name Sam. You can use any other name also. To clear the concept, let me show you some more examples. I had played football. We had played football. You had played football. They had played football. He had played football. She had played football. Sam had played football. In all these sentences, we use helping verb had. And we also use third form of verb played. Base form of verb is play and third form of verb is played. So it's clear now. Go to the negative sentences of past perfect tense. Structure: subject plus to be plus not plus third form of verb plus object. Here we use had not with all types of subjects like I, you, we, they, he, she, it, Sam. Means with singular and plural, with first person, second person and third person. In all types of subjects, we use only had as helping verb and we mention not after the helping verb. Then we have to write third form of verb and then object. Let's see some more examples. Here we have positive and negative both types of sentences. First of all, we write positive sentence. Then we convert positive sentence into negative sentences. And here I tell you how to convert positive sentences into negative sentences. First example, I had played football. Negative sentence, I had not played football. Here we mention not after the helping verb had. And we use had with all types of subjects. Next, you had played football. You had not played football. We had played football. We had not played football. They had played football. They had not played football. He had played football. He had not played football. She had played football. She had not played football. Sam had played football. Sam had not played football. Students, here you have to remember one more thing. Never use not after the verb. Always use not after the helping verb. Next, interrogative sentences. Structure of interrogative sentences in past perfect tense. To be plus subject plus verb 3 plus object plus question mark. Never forget to mark question mark at the end of interrogative sentences. Here we just change the position of subject and to be. So the structure is had plus subject, any kind of subject, then verb 3, then object plus question mark. Let's see the examples. Positive sentence, I had played football. Convert it into interrogative sentence. Had I played football? Then question mark. You had played football. Had you played football? Question mark. We had played football. Had we played football? Question mark. They had played football. Had they played football? He had played football. Had he played football? She had played football. Had she played football? Then question mark. Sam had played football. Had Sam played football? Then question mark. It's very easy to convert positive sentence into interrogative sentence. Just change the position of subject and to be and mention question mark at the end of the sentence. So that's why we use had in the beginning of the sentence and question mark at the end of the sentence. Positive sentence starts with subject and interrogative sentence starts with to be. Next kind of perfect tense is future perfect tense. We use future perfect tense to talk about an action that will occur in the future before a certain point of time or another action in future. It means it is used to indicate the completion of an action by a certain future time. It is also used for action that will be finished before another action in the future. And the structure of future perfect tense is will have or shall have plus past participle form of verb. Let's see the example. I will have seen this movie by the time it is released in India. Here we use will have with I, and you can also use shall have with I. And then third form of verb, seen. And after third form of verb, write the object. So the answer is I will have seen this movie by the time it is released in India. Kinds of sentences in future perfect tense. Positive sentences, that is also called as affirmative sentences. Then negative sentences. And then interrogative sentences, that are also known as question sentences. Structure of positive sentences in future perfect tense. Subject plus to be plus verb 3 plus object. To be means helping verb. And in future perfect tense we use shall have or will have as helping verb. And then third form of verb, that is also known as past participle form of verb. Students, mostly we use will have with all kinds of subjects in modern English, but in traditional English we use shall have with I and we, and will have with he, she, you, they, and proper noun singular. So students, here you can write I shall have gone to school or I will have gone to school. Both sentences are correct. See some more examples. I shall have played football. We shall have played football. In both these sentences with I and we use shall have. But it is also correct if we use will have instead of shall have. So the sentence I will have played football, we will have played football is also correct. You will have played football, they will have played football, he will have played football, she will have played football, Sam will have played football. In all these sentences you can use will have. And if you use shall have with I and we, it is also correct. In these sentences we use subject plus helping verb, will have or shall have, then third form of verb, and then object. Let me tell you the structure of negative sentences in perfect tense. Students, in perfect tense future, we always use helping verb shall have or will have. And when we are going to make negative sentences in future perfect tense, we always use not in between shall and have or will or have. So the structure is subject plus shall not have or will not have plus third form of verb plus object. Examples: I shall not have played football. We shall not have played football. He will not have played football. She will not have played football. Sam will not have played football. You will not have played football. They will not have played football. Students, to be form shall not have is also write as shan't have. Short form of shall not have is shan't have. And short form of will not have is won't have. So you can use shan't have in place of shall not have and won't have in place of will not have. Look at some more examples of future perfect tense negative. Here we have both types of sentences, future perfect tense positive and future perfect tense negative. And I will tell you how to convert positive future perfect tense into negative future perfect tense. First sentence is I shall have played football. It is a positive sentence. And to convert it into negative sentence, we mention not in between shall and have. So the answer is I shall not have played football. We shall have played football. We shall not have played football. You will have played football. You will not have played football. They will have played football. They will not have played football. He will have played football. He will not have played football. She will have played football. She will not have played football. Sam will have played football. Sam will not have played football. In all these sentences, we use not in between shall and have or in between will or have. Never use not after shall have or after will have. Always use not in between shall or have or will or have. Okay? Next type of future perfect tense is interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, we just change the position of subject and to be. We put subject in place of to be and we put to be in place of subject. All positive sentence starts with subject and interrogative sentence starts with to be. So the structure is shall or will plus subject plus have plus third form of verb plus object plus question mark. Positive sentence I shall have played football. Interrogative sentence shall I have played football? We shall have played football. Shall we have played football? You will have played football. Will you have played football? Question mark. They will have played football. Will they have played football? Question mark. He will have played football. Will he have played football? then question mark. She will have played football. Will she have played football? Then question mark. Sam will have played football. Will Sam have played football? Then question mark. Students, here you can remember one thing. We always use shall in the beginning of the sentence, then subject, and then we use have. Never use have before subject. We always use have after subject and shall or will before subject. In all these sentences, we follow the same structure. We use will or shall before subject and we use have after subject. I hope you all understood the perfect tenses, present, past and future. You can make positive, negative and interrogative sentences in present, past and future perfect tenses. Keep practicing. Thank you.